Are you thinking about moving to Chester, Virginia? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you some neighborhoods in the Enon area. If this is your first time to my channel, please subscribe now, like the video, hit that bell button so I can alert you with more videos like this and let you know what's going on in the Richmond area. So right now we're in Chester, Virginia in the Enon area. It's a very popular area on the east side of Chester. This is a centrally located place when you have the Food Lion behind me, a couple of eateries behind me, a brewery, the ABC store. Now in Virginia, we don't have a liquor store, we have the ABC store. It is a state regulated place and most of your prices stay the same. And the hours are regulated by the state, just FYI. When you're talking about moving to Virginia, right behind you have Wells Fargo Bank. You have a popular Italian spot behind me called Caesars. It's been here for many years. It's like a staple, I would say, in the community. Right behind me, you also have across the highway, you have Sheetz, which is a gas station. Further down, right behind me going east, you have 295. Now 295 is a highway that's is great to connect on to Fort Lee to get you to the east end of Richmond. And also we're only 5 minutes away from 95, and which is great when you're talking about the area where you're at. There's a lot of traffic around here now because of Amazon. Amazon, my goodness, has brought on a lot of traffic. They're doing a lot of construction, a lot of road work that's going on right now. But what we're going to focus on today, we're going to really get into what this area has to offer as far as residential living. Okay, let's get this show on the road and let's get into the Enon area and see what might fit you and your family. It's a nice area. I'm just a little bit biased, just a little bit to this area because I live in this area and I know it very well. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me and my team so that we can help you answer any questions when it comes to living in Chester, Virginia. We are at the original part of Rivers Bend. The neat thing about this area, they're grandfathered in. You don't have to pay a HOA over here if you do not like to. That's kind of cool, right? Very popular area. Once again, Rivers Bend, some of your well-established homes, but a very well-established neighborhood, very quiet. And like I said, the HOAs, when it comes to that, it's optional. That's what makes this area very unique. But if you like to pay your HOAs, of course you get your swimming pool, your tennis courts, and the things that's in the area. The swimming pool is the biggest one. My kids love it. But like I said, you can find a home in that $450,000 range in this area right here in Rivers Bend. We call this the original side. The James River is right on the back end of this neighborhood as well. So now we're in Rivers Bend at the Villas. It's a nice community for if you're retiring because everything over here is one level living. They don't have an age restriction of 55 plus, but they'll take care of your yard for you. And a lot of people who are retired and just taking care of the grandkids, it's a very nice community. Just met a gentleman who retired and downsized, and he's saying it's a lot of older ones over here living, taking care of, let the kids, the grandkids visit, but go home at the same time. But a great area that you might want to look into if you're looking for that single one-story living, you're retired and don't want the steps anymore, but at the same time, very quiet street in Rivers Bend in the Enon area in Chester, Virginia. Garden Circle, just to give you an idea, right behind me, 410,000 is on the market, 2,200 square foot, very nice home in the cul-de-sac in the circle at Green Garden at Rivers Bend, Greenside at Rivers Bend. Greenside is a very nice area. It's connected to Rivers Bend. You're gonna hear a lot about that at the Enon area, which is a popular area when it comes to the east side of Chester, Virginia. So everything in this neighborhood is in the low 400,000 range. We have a couple on the market just to kind of give you an idea what you can get in Chester, Virginia in that low $400,000 range. There are no houses on the market right now in the main part of Rivers Bend. You have the older part of Rivers Bend, and then you have the newer side, which is well established. When I say newer, it's just newer than the older side. But the older side started at $450,000 range. This side over here can go from $800,000 plus, and it's a well-established area. But you have many homes in this area range from that mid $500,000 range as well. Just to kind of give you an idea what's in the Rivers Bend area. Very popular area in the east side of Chester, Virginia. Okay, now we're on our way to Meadowville Landing. The first spot we're going to check out is a Twin Rivers at Meadowville Landing. It's a one-level living area. Also, they have an HOA where you can, you don't have to cut your own grass. They do all of that maintenance for you. So we're going to check this area out and see what it looks like as well. Now we are at Twin Rivers at Meadowville Landing. Single story living. You have a bonus room on some of these homes, but this kind of give you an idea what you can get in the east end of Chester. Right behind me, we have a home that's going for the mid 500,000 range. I would say this area go from 450 to 500 something easy, just depend on the features you have in these homes. But a little over 2,400 square foot. The houses are kind of deep, which is kind of cool. Very nice area. They take care of all the yard work, which is included in the HOA. But if you're looking for that single floor living where all your owner suites are on the first floor, very nice area. And they're still building. If you, certain areas, they're still building homes. And they have some for sale in the neighborhood if you do not have time to wait. So here we are, once again, we are at Twin Rivers at Meadowville Landing, which is a popular area. Meadowville Landing is a big area, but this is one of the features they do have, which is nice. Everything single living in this area, $500,000 range, I would just say. Very nice homes. Okay, right behind me, we have the model home, which we're gonna get into. We're just gonna do a little brief video there. Nice home, 3 bedrooms, 3 baths, and you get the chance to see it. And it starts at the low 500,000 range. You know how they go, by the time you do your upgrades, it'll be 500,000 something. But they're still building these homes in the area right here in Twin Rivers at Meadowville Landing. And if you look behind me, excuse that sun, but that's what they're building at. I mean, they're building a lot of homes back here. But like I said, we're going to check out this home that H.H. Hunt is building right here at Meadowville Landing, Twin Rivers at Meadowville Landing. Let's see what it looks like. Hey, we are at Meadowville Landing. This is called the Mount Blanco side of Meadowville Landing. Meadowville Landing is a big neighborhood. We was at Twin Rivers, and then we at Mount Blanco, which the home behind me, for an example, is going for $475. That's the asking price. So in Mount Blanco area, it could start at the $450 range to the mid $500 range with some of the newer homes that they have building over here in Mount Blanco. But just to kind of give you an idea of what's going on, very nice neighborhood, very popular neighborhood in a very popular area of Meadowville Landing on the east side of Chester, Virginia. So here we are in Mount Blanco at Meadowville Landing. And just to keep this in mind that they share the same pool area and the common area clubhouse as everybody else in Meadowville Landing. So now we are at the Villages at Meadowville Landing. Kind of give you an idea. The price point of this area is about the mid $500,000 range. Very nice area, Meadowville Landing. Some of your lots over here are a little bit closer, but no doubt, very nice homes over here. Very quiet neighborhood in the mid $500,000 range. So we are still in Meadowville Landing. This part of the Meadowville Landing area is called the estate side. I like to call it the original side because if you're from the area, this is what Meadowville Landing used to be, just Meadowville Landing, and that's it. You had a lot of unique homes until they sold different parts of Meadowville Landing, the land to H.H. Hunt, to Ryan Homes, to Eastwood, Main Street. So this is the original. Of course, you have the Twin Rivers, which we talked about, Mount Blanco, and you have the Villages, but over here is the estate side. So the home behind me, for an example, is going for a little over $1 million, and it's on the James River. Nice home, a lot of features. But this kind of gives you an idea. This street is some houses that's recently sold for $800,000 and up. So this neighborhood, it varies from the mid 450s up to $1 million. Right here in Meadowville Landing. We're still in Chester, Virginia, the Enon side of Chester. if you're thinking about moving to Chester, Virginia, I don't care if it's next month, 6 months, or next year, please reach out to me, because my team and I would love to help you make that smooth move to Chester, Virginia.